So each line I have Mary had, and then second line I have a little chicken. Alright, so first line has Mary had, second line a little, third line chicken. Split line, what it does is it's going to split each line, comma, and put it into a list. So, oh right, so to access it, so let's say Mary had will be an index 0 of the list. A little will be an index 1, and chicken will be an index 2. So if I do this, list, okay, to access an element into the list, you have to put brackets and then the position, alright? So list 0 will print out Mary had, list 1, a little, list 3. And what if I want to add something into the, so let's say I also want to add another string called destroy. So once you do this, and I want to add another element, I just do append, destroy. Oh, by the way, here's something really cool about Python is that it doesn't always have to be the same type. In fact, I can add an integer into my list of strings, 9, 10, and it's just pretty much straightforward. So Python is really generic. So append 9, etc. So you can append a number, you can append a string, you can append a double, all in the same list. While in a programming language like in Java, you cannot do that at all, which is really cool. Okay, so once you got all the rows, okay, so in your text file you had 3 columns in each row. Let's say this is 4, 10, 16, 9, 4, 6. All right, and Eric wants you to only multiply the second column by 3. All right. To do so, you got each row. List is equal to str split line. So you got each row. This is in index 0. This is in index 1. And you need to multiply each row, each column by 3. Now instead of doing actually multiply these manually, you're going to put this in a loop, which I hope so. If you hate, there's some people who really hate loops, and they will actually try to multiply those guys by 3 manually, hard code it. Those guys deserve to be in a mental institute or something. Because that's just, why do you want to waste your life? Yeah, in computer science, we debate the most dumbest things. I mean, let me see. One person argued you should never open up huge text files or any of that because of you violate laws of physics or something. Like, come on, it's just ones and zeros, guys. It's just programming. You're not affecting physics. Not affecting. And people also argue about how to format stuff, which is so bad. I mean, people that says you're supposed to use tabs, not spaces. All that stuff. It's so depressing. And people actually get into really serious fights. Started screaming at each other like, "This is wrong. You should not format it that way." And like, no. You guys never be a computer science major. It's gonna ruin your life. and that's the reason why there's no women in our computer science department. Our professor, he noticed there's no women in this class. Okay, I'm sorry guys, but you guys have to hit on the cutest guy here. Ridiculous. Okay. All right. So to split the line. Okay, you got this line. So you need to get the column. Why did I erase that? I need that. Okay, so in each line is divided by a space. 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is actually at perfect. all your text files that Eric is going to give you, there's going to be a space in between each data points. I hope so. Or else this would look like 8,910. There better be spaces there, or else that's going to be really weird. That's going to be really weird. And plus, no programming language is going to be able to divide that if there's no space. You can like dedicate your life to doing that. That could be a research thesis on your own, but no, that's going to waste your time too. So, you got the row. Now you want to do a field. Let's create a variable called field. In each field, it's going to, now you're going to split these guys. So you're actually dividing, you're going to divide it until you can't divide anymore. So you divide each, you divide them by rows. Now you're going to divide them by columns. And it's actually going to be in the, so fields, so this is going to be another list. Alright, so now you're going to do your for loop. For, this is another cool thing about for loop. So instead of doing, so you can actually do this. Line in. What did I call it? List. What this does is, it's going to grab the entire element in one, it's going to grab each element one at a time. So the first element will have 8, 9, and 10. So when the for loop goes in once, line will equal to 8 space 9 space 10. Alright? Because that was in the list. List basically has this right now. This is what list has. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. So it's a list of 2 elements. First element is 8, 9, 10. So line in list. First thing, it's going to grab this, 8, 9, and 10. Now,